I'm excited because I'm going to be talking about something that I am like 100% on the train about. Like if there was a train of thought that you could like jump on, that's where I'm trying to head. So I'm going to be talking about aliens, Area 51, and a couple things that I have heard about it and a couple things that I truly believe. So if you guys are super interested to get weird with me and to figure out a couple conspiracies about this that I think, then I think you guys should stay tuned and let's jump into the video. All right. Dun 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 dun. Aliens. Probably one of the most biggest talked about controversial topics in history, I feel like. Let's start off by saying what the fuck is going on with all of these alien stories, and yet the government covers all of them up. Also, actually, before I jump into this video, let me just throw out a little disclaimer. This is obviously just conspiracies, they're just thoughts, they're just, you know, nothing to offend anyone or, you know, just get everyone going crazy, nothing like that, just a random little chit chat about aliens. Everybody talks about them, everybody knows about them, whether you believe in them or not, you've heard of them. So now that I've said that, let's start out with Area 51. It's in Nevada, and apparently it is an Air Force base, but let's be realistic here. There are a lot of Air Force bases that are not hidden like that. And I mean, even just driving down the road to Area 51, you get stopped by like SWAT or something like that, and they tell you it's a restricted area, you're not allowed to go, no filming, no those little things, no drones, stuff like that. And I do understand the military is highly confidential things and stuff like that, but at the same time, that's a little crazy to go that far to keep an area hidden. So now with that being said, I have done a lot of research and a lot of digging and a lot of late nights, a lot of rabbit hole adventures, just head first down into this theory of aliens. I started on my journey of thinking about aliens probably when I was about 16 or 17. I got really, really into them. I've always loved the idea of thinking there is an extraterrestrial being that is completely different from us, that is on a different galaxy, maybe a different realm, anything like that, that has transferred over to our world and tried to see what we are about. And to them, we're aliens, but to us, they're aliens. So what is an alien? In my opinion, an alien is a form of being that we don't know what it is. So like us, we are called the human race. If you're from a different planet or a different realm or a different reality or anything like that, you wouldn't technically be called a human because you're not in our reality and you're not exactly like us. So you technically don't fall under the human category. But back to Area 51, there was a YouTube channel that obviously we cannot base all of our knowledge and all of our trust into this one guy saying that he used to work for Area 51 because there is no known evidence. He doesn't have any evidence to back up his claims or anything like that. But I do like to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I read people really well, and I do think that he was telling the truth. There's no 100% knowledge behind it. Like I said, there's no way to tell if he was telling the truth, but let's just for a second think that he is. So I watched his channel, and I will try to find it for you guys and link it down below. I don't even remember his name, honestly, but I will try to search up some things on YouTube and see what pops up, and if I do find it, I will link the video down below so you guys can get the whole story from him. But anyways, I don't even remember when it was posted, but he posted saying that he used to be one of the employees at Area 51, and one of the times he was working there, there was an actual alien ship crashing near Area 51, and they pulled the UFO or the spaceship or whatever you want to call it, they pulled it into the facility, and there was live aliens in it. It said there was 3 of them, 2 of them were dead, and 1 of them was alive. It didn't show any real footage, obviously, but it does show like little clips of what he explains how it looks. So he said that they were about 3 to 4 feet tall, they had 4 fingers, and they had giant heads with big eyes. So like, you know, like the whole alien theme, I guess. He said that the one that was alive, they did experiments on and stuff like that, which makes me really sad if that is true, because, you know, if there is a form of extraterrestrial beings, they are probably terrified of us because they don't know what we are, they don't know if we want to cause them harm, and most people that find things... Hi. Like I said, that makes me really sad for them because they come to our planet hoping maybe to find new technology or a new way of living or, you know, anything like that, and they come here and they are dissected and done experiments on and stuff like that. So that does really make me upset that the human race has come to this, that they are so bloodthirsty for knowledge that they're willing to kill another being to get it and to experiment on. But so he said that they did experiments on him, and the spaceship was something that they had never seen before. No technology that we have ever encountered or that we have in our minds or anything like that. And it said that the alien spaceship looked like it ran off of energy. So basically they controlled it with their hands, but no, there was no controls, no on and off switch, nothing like that. They solely controlled it with the energy that they had in them. So I think that was really cool to kind of see that, you know, a different world, I guess you could say, and different beings have different technology that we have not yet encountered. And I mean, it makes sense because aliens, to be able to live on a different planet and to be able to cross-reference with our planet and still make it back home to their planet, I mean, they could be traveling light years away from us, they could be light years away from us, and we won't ever know, because unless we were to be able to actually contact something like that, or they come into contact with us, we won't know until that day happens, which, me being an alien geek, I really hope that happens one day and we're able to learn more about them without harming them. But another thing that I kind of want to jump on is you can go as far back in history as you want to go, and there's always been alien encounters. There's really old pictures that people have painted, and if you look off into the distance, you can see like a UFO or a unidentified flying object. And so, you know, this generation is not the first to hear about aliens. There has been a lot of alien sightings that you can find on YouTube and things like that. So if you want my opinion, there's just too many sightings and too much knowledge and stuff like that for it not to be true. And I mean, where does the idea of aliens even come from? There is just so much information and background knowledge about aliens that it's kind of like, okay, hello, are you going to believe that this is a real life thing yet? That I just think it's about time that people start taking this seriously and, you know, really open your mind and explore the idea that we're not alone. I mean, if you think about it, we are one in billions of galaxies in our solar system, and there's just no way possible that we are the only human race. We're the only living, breathing beings besides animals. Like, there has to be something else out there. If not, why have all these planets and all these galaxies and stuff like that? I don't think we are the only kind. We might not even be the only of our kind. I mean, there could be on a different galaxy, on another planet in their galaxy, there could be people exactly like us, living the exact same way we do or completely different than we do, but they're the same. They're still humans. So, I mean, that's crazy to think about. And, I mean, aliens, there's a little movie that they made. It's a kid's movie. It's called, I don't remember what it's called. It's on Netflix, I think. But it's where they live, I think they live on Mars or something like that, and a human spaceship ends up landing on their planet, and they think that they're an alien, and they lock down the place and try to find the human, which they call an alien, and then the human tries to explain, no, you're aliens, and they're like, no, you're an alien. So I mean, that's kind of what I was talking about. If we were to ever encounter them, they think we're different because we're different from them, and where they come from, they're not different. They're the same as everybody else where they come from, so we would be the aliens to them. But I think that aliens have a lot more technology than us. I think they are a lot smarter than us. They could be, you know, I said it in my previous video, but if humans could access 100% of their brain at power, we would be phenomenal. We would be a phenomenal race. There would be so many new ideas, so many new concepts, so many new things that the humans could potentially evolve into or be able to learn how to do, and I think aliens have already mastered that. I think they use 100% of their brain, and I mean, their brains are different than ours probably, so they probably have way more knowledge in their heads than we do, and they know how to survive certain lifestyles. They know how to access certain things that we don't know how to access. Their technology is out of this world. Just everything like that. I mean, there's no, you know, like I said, there's no 100% that any of this is true because there's not actually been real evidence that can back me up or back anybody else up that believes in aliens. But I do think it's definitely worth some research, and the research that you find out is just astounding and mind-blowing, and it lets you explore a different type of, you know, a different way of living. Like, obviously we wouldn't go to a planet that has aliens and be totally fine because they live completely different than us and they probably eat way differently than us. But like I said earlier, as far back as you go, I mean, aliens used to be really, really popular a couple years. There was like alien video games, alien movies, and there's alien makeup. Just everything that you could possibly think about is revolved around aliens. And it's a worldwide phenomenon. Because in my opinion, I think that we have encountered them, and the whole thing about Area 51 could very well be true. They could be finding other life forces out there and bringing them to Area 51 to dissect them and experiment on them, and we will never know unless, you know, the government opens up about it. But I think that if the government is doing that at Area 51, they are doing everything in their power to cover it up, and we all know the government covers up whatever they want, and if they don't want us to know about it, we don't know about it. So I think one of the reasons that the government does cover it up, if that's what's going on, is there is a lot of people out there that would be really freaked out if they thought that there was a chance that another life force was coming to our planet and trying to figure out what we're doing. I mean, we don't know what they want from us if they are coming, but I think the government does have a little bit of, what's the word? A little bit of, I think the government does have a little bit of a explanation on why that they would cover something like that up, and that's just because world chaos. I mean, people are so sensitive nowadays, and people, you know, are really scared of what they don't understand, and nobody really understands aliens because we don't know anything about them. So there's not a lot of people that are ready to accept the fact that there could be things that we have not encountered or things that we don't understand, and it just scares the crap out of them. And so, you know, the government could be covering it up for the human race's own safety, but I still think that we have a right to know if something like that has been going on, because, you know, it's not that it will do us any good to know, but it will kind of put our minds to ease to know that we're not going crazy, because there has just been way too many things to make me personally believe that aliens don't exist. I've been a believer for a long time now, and I don't even know, you guys. It's like my mind is like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like just trying to like throw out so much information to you guys. I really need to start like writing down like talking points, because I'll go back after I edit it and I'm like, no, I should have said this, or no, I should have said that. But I mean, it is what it is. I can always make another video. Another thing is there has been people that have actually said that they have been abducted by aliens and then put back onto this earth. There's been people that said their kids or something like that were abducted by aliens and they never returned. The people that said they were abducted by aliens, most of the time, the news and stuff like that made them out to sound crazy. But I think that people are not given the benefit of the doubt nowadays, and that could have been something that really happens. I mean, why wouldn't it happen? People are abducted by other humans. Why not another life force? And so to completely throw that idea out the window and cover it up like it never happened, or make them sound crazy and, you know, make them sound like nobody believes them, I think is just really wrong. And they, you know, that's not what should be done about the situation. I think a thorough investigation should happen. I think they need to write down everything that they say they saw and stuff like that. And maybe, you know, if more people came out about their experiences and what they've seen and what they think they've seen or what they think has happened, you know, maybe we'll be able to get a little bit more insight on the situation and be able to be like, okay, you know what, I think this is real, but I think this isn't real. I mean, overall, there is no evidence to support anything. We probably won't ever know if aliens exist because the human race, you know, probably won't exist long enough to know about it. I think aliens have been around a lot longer than us, and I think they will stay a lot longer than us. I think they will eventually take over everything, and, you know, they will thrive and we won't, because we don't know how to take care of the earth. And it was something, you know, that was made for us and made for us to thrive on and take care of and treat with respect, and that's just not what people are doing nowadays. You know, another conspiracy that I've heard that I'm not exactly sure I can get on yet is that when we die, we are essentially kind of like turned into an alien, I guess, and we like go to a different planet. I don't know exactly where I read it. I read it somewhere on Google. But, I mean, like I said, it's just another conspiracy, but that is something to think about. I personally believe that we are reincarnated, but that is definitely something to keep your mind open about and think that, you know, that is something that could possibly be true. We just won't ever really know. But I do think, going back to the Area 51 thing, I do think that if there was a real alien ship crashing there, that, you know, they did experiment on the alien if he was alive, or even if they were dead. There was experiments taking place there on that day, and the government must have found out something that, you know, that maybe they just didn't like, or maybe it was threatening to us as a human race, and they decided to cover it up and try to, you know, make it to where nothing like that happens. But essentially, I think that whatever the aliens want, whatever they are coming to our continent to do, it's going to happen. They are a lot smarter than us, and like I said, they have better brains than us probably. And so, I mean, what happens, happens. I'm here for it. But yeah, I think that is it for my little alien rant. I'm kind of getting like a brain clog, I guess you could say. I don't know what else to say. There's a lot more that I want to say, but I don't know how to word it correctly to get it out without just sounding insane. But I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you something to think about before you go to bed. If you guys know any websites or anything like that, anything that you guys have experienced yourself, I would love to hear about that. I mean, I would love to like link up and do like a video together on aliens. If you've ever had any experiences or ran across anything that you think is crazy and you have something to say, hit me up. We'll do a video together, get it out into the world, and just spread awareness. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for my fashion video. I'm excited. I'm really happy with the growth of my channel and how this has all happened, and that you guys support me and love my content. So if you guys have not already, make sure to like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Make sure to stay weird, and I will see you guys in my next video.